I got it.
What's up, people of the internet? My name is Jandro, and today is your very last day if you want to lock in Shadow Ball Mewtwo. If you guys are unaware, Niantic is making both Shadow Ball and Hyper Beam legacy moves on Mewtwo starting at 1 p.m. Pacific time on the 20th. So if you do not have that moveset and you want it, now is your very last chance to get that on Mewtwo until they re-release it in its legacy form at some time in the future. But why would you want Shadow Ball or Hyper Beam on your Mewtwo? I'm going to be perfectly honest. You don't want Hyper Beam on your Mewtwo. Hyper Beam is probably the no, it's not probably. It is absolutely the very, very worst charge attack that Mewtwo can learn. Hyper Beam is useless. It is super effective against nothing, as it is just a normal attack. Shadow Ball, on the other hand. Shadow Ball is a ghost attack. So it's fairly unique as far as Mewtwo's moveset goes. What is Ghost super effective against? It is super effective against Psychic types. It is super effective against Ghost types. It is resisted by both Dark and normal types. So unfortunately, that makes Mewtwo with Shadow Ball a very poor choice to go up as a general gym attacker. So you don't really want to use it if you're going up against Blissey's or things like that. Focus Blast isn't going anywhere, and Focus Blast is currently Mewtwo's most generally useful move because you can use it to attack gyms, and that's basically all that Mewtwo is good for right now anyway. It's gyms and raids. Focus Blast, it currently is Mewtwo's best available move. Obviously, they're getting rid of 2 moves and making them legacy. My thoughts is that they're going to introduce one new move to Mewtwo, and that it will probably be a better Psychic move other than Psychic, because right now they're keeping Psychic and Focus Blast. They're dropping Hyper Beam and Shadow Ball, so we probably get a better Psychic attack to improve Mewtwo's overall Psychic capabilities. However, Shadow Ball Mewtwo, the reason you want Shadow Ball on your Mewtwo is Shadow Ball is its general highest DPS potential, and since we're getting Mewtwo for an entire month, Shadow Ball Mewtwo is actually Mewtwo's best counter. It's actually better than a Bite Crunch T-Tar. And it's probably about the same as a Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball Gengar. However, Shadow Claw Gengar is already a legacy moveset, so unless you had one from a long time ago, you don't have one in your inventory. Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball Mewtwo is going to be your best chance. Plus, Mewtwo has higher defense and HP than Gengar does, so it just lasts longer in battle. It has the strongest attack until Deoxys comes out, which they just announced is coming into EX raids. And Deoxys is also weak to Shadow Ball, so you want to have some Shadow Ball Mewtwo's, get those legacy movesets to battle Mewtwo all month long, as well as Deoxys going into EX raids in the future. Don't fret, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to get more Mewtwo's, which you can equip Focus Blast so you can have gym battlers. But any of your good Mewtwo's right now, I would highly suggest doing Shadow Ball, especially any that you already have powered up. I would highly suggest doing Shadow Ball so that way you can use them for the entire month that Mewtwo is out, battling Mewtwo, as well as Deoxys and EX raids in the future. First up is Deoxys Normal Forme, which is actually its highest CP form overall. Deoxys is really weird. It's got 4 different forms: normal, attack, defensive, and speed. Speed and normal form are actually its highest CP versions, and I'll go into all this in a separate video. I just think Deoxys is a very interesting Pokemon. It's got higher attack stats than Mewtwo in every single form, I believe, but its defenses and its HP are terrible on everything except for like the defensive form. So Deoxys is a good attacker, but that's basically all it has. But yeah, Mewtwo is Shadow Ball. That's what we're talking about today. Like I said, if you don't have one, use your TMs, forget Hyper Beam. Unless you want to use unless somebody wants a Hyper Beam Mewtwo as trade, I don't even know. I'll go through my Mewtwo's right now. I'm actually going to TM my 96 that I have maxed out. I will TM that to Shadow Ball. I mean, it's happening while you're watching this video. You're going to see it. And then all my other Mewtwo's, I'm probably going to just change to Shadow Ball or Hyper Beam. I'll just TM them until they get to that point, because they're going to be Legacy, and then we got a whole month of Mewtwo, so there's going to be the new move that comes out, because they have to give it 3 moves. So I'm guessing it'll be, it could be like a Psychic Stab move or something like that, probably a 2-bar Psychic move, something to give it a little bit more viability. They might even give it another fighting attack, honestly, if they want to keep, because of Mewtwo's 2 different Megas, you'll have a fighting type Mewtwo and a just super strong psychic type. So they'll probably give it, they might even give it Dynamic Punch possibly, and like Psybeam or some other new 2-bar psychic attack would be my guess. Because as of right now, Mewtwo is not the greatest psychic, well, it's still the strongest psychic attacker, but it doesn't have Future Sight, which is the strongest psychic move. It has Psychic, which a long time ago they changed from a 2-bar to a 1-bar move, so it's not as effective. If you guys missed the podcast where I chatted with Funky Dude 1 yesterday, check that out. And just look for Deoxys and EX raids. I can't believe now they're doing shared EX passes, so that wasn't just a rumor. That is officially a thing. So Deoxys Normal Forme is coming into EX raids, and if you get an EX raid invite, you are actually able to share that invite to one of your Ultra or best friends, which is, thank you, finally, some way to even out the playing field so that it's not the same. It's not just as much of a random chance, because I know basically that anytime there's an EX raid and I don't give an invitation, now I will be able to join one, because one of my friends is going to get an invite and be able to share it with me, which is super awesome. I'm super excited for that. It works out for people that raid all the time. It works out for people that can't raid all the time. It works out for rural players. I think this sharing system is really good. Hopefully you don't have to be within a certain distance to share. Hopefully you could share it. If you could share it across the world, that would be amazing. That would actually be really cool to do, like a giveaway type of thing with a shareable EX raid. I don't know exactly how that would work though, because it would have to be at least someone somewhat local so that they can actually get to the raid and participate. But let me know if you guys would be interested in doing something like that, where I raffle off, if I get an EX raid invitation, I raffle off my shareable one. So that'd be kind of a cool thing to interact with all the local peeps and share the EX raid pass that way. But yeah, guys, I am super excited for the future of Pokemon Go. This game continues to surprise us in some ways. And yeah, like I said, if you guys don't have Shadow Ball, get that Shadow Ball TM'd onto your current Mewtwo's, so that way you can wreck Mewtwo's and Deoxys going forward. And I am just super excited for a month of Mewtwo. This is going to be a crazy, crazy month of raiding. So I'm going to go for, I want at least 200% Mewtwo so that I can have one of each maxed out for when those Mega Forms eventually get added to the game. But that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to get this out there very quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for Pokemon Go content. And until next time, I'm LocoJandro, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, Pokémon.